The biggest overhaul of Ghana's gold laws just took place in terms of the Gold Board Bill was signed into law on the 2nd of April 2025. And it's the biggest overhaul of our laws relating to gold in the last 35 years because it basically centralizes and expands the current functions that PMMC has, which is to grade, assay, value, process precious minerals as well as buy and expand. So it centralizes and expands that role. And GoldBod, which is what has now been formed, GoldBod, will become the sole buyer of gold from small-scale miners throughout the country. It will streamline transactions, reduce smuggling, it is hoped, and increase foreign exchange earnings. International investors must now work directly with GoldBod, its licensing agent, and this is a major shift that just completely changes the game of how one buys and sells golds in Ghana, as well as sort of monopolizes the whole thing because GoldBod may just say that they're going to keep the rate at world market price, which in some instances will stop discounts, and that will perhaps cause smuggling. But there are ways around it. For instance, if you deal directly with a licensed entity in terms of a licensed agent of the government. So for international clients in particular, it's a simpler, centralized export process. It's greater regulatory clarity, direct engagement with a single body, and it enhances quality control and legal protection, it is hoped. And the key provisions of the Ghana Gold Board is, as mentioned, a centralized, regularized authority, exclusive purchasing and export rights, because it will be the sole buyer of gold from legal small-scale miners, and it formalizes the gold trade. Again, by working with licensed agents, as well as lawyers versed in this area of the law, one can still get discounts, particularly if you're looking at large-scale mining of gold, etc., or working with large-scale miners in Ghana. So the Gold Board is hoped to be clearer, more standardized, more formalized in terms of the supply chain, and improve assay and quality assurance, as well as easier due diligence and risk, because of course Ghana is one of the largest exporters of gold on the continent. In 2024 alone, we earned 11.4 billion in gold export, and that's in dollars. But the government didn't see much of that because, it wasn't centralized and there was a lot of smuggling, and they're basically trying to create a single window in order to reduce smuggling and bring more money for government. And, small-scale mining contributes 40% of the gold market, and large-scale mining around, 60%. So, one would have to have direct engagement with GoldBod, and, it's ongoing monitoring in terms of the government hopes to monitor this more. But ultimately, if you were getting discounts before in terms of the world market rate for gold, you're getting discounts before, you can still get discounts, but only under certain conditions and only with licensed agents. And, there's a way around this whilst, staying legal.